Hey, welcome back to another edition of Babyface Brew Review. My name's Alex. I'll be walking you guys and gals through this review for the next few minutes here today. Bottle on your screen, time of year, indicating it's a very, very special time indeed. What is it? It's none other than the Waldos Special Ale from Lagunitas Brewing Company out of Petaluma, California, and Chicago, Illinois. Arguably my favorite time of year. Was so stoked doing backflips, front flips, all of them, somersaults when I saw this came in the mail from Lagunitas Brewing Company. Thank you to you guys for hooking it up. As always, very, very grateful. So without further ado, let's get into this bad boy. We do it every year, and for good reason. A very, very special kind of ale. A triple IPA, a big, big beer, herbaceous, dank, tropical fruit, all of the above. It is in the Waldos Special Ale. Also, they sent me some cool stuff. I got a nice keychain with a roach clip on it from Lagunitas and some blue cheese and crackers from Point Reyes Creamery, I believe. So that was really, really cool. Enjoyed that last night. Waited for today. Time of recording, April 10th is today. This bad boy was bottled on April 6th, 92nd day of the year, so we're just over a week and a day old. You guys know the drill here. Specs of the beer this year: 11.7% alcohol by volume, 100 plus IBUs. I'll give you the past few years: 2015, 11.1 ABV; 2016, 11.5, bumping it up to 11.9 in 2017, and then dialing it back down to 11.3% in 2018. Out of those batches, my favorite year was probably 2016, a little more drinkable at 11.5. Last year's was really good as I remember, but I remember that 2016 batch being insane. I think that was the first year they started bottling it. So you can find it on draft and in 6-packs, 12-ounce 6-packs, where you can find Lagunitas beer in April, highly limited release one hitter series. Accolades of this beer: 4.32 out of 5 on Beer Advocate, putting in that outstanding category from the folks on Untappd. 4.34 out of 5 caps. So some super, super good stuff here. This beer isn't for the faint of heart. This is a very, very hoppy triple IPA, aggressive, bitter, in your face, but we will wait to divulge as we get into the beer. Just really quickly, I love to read the story of the Waldos. You can find it here on the little font around the Lagunitas bottle as always. But in 1971, the Waldos met one afternoon at 4:20 in front of the courtyard of their school near the statue of Louis Pasteur. They set out in a 66 Impala armed with a treasure map on a journey to find a secret garden near Point Reyes. They had met there at the same time every day and continued their quest. They never found the secret garden, but they kept looking. The dankest and hoppiest beer ever brewed at Lagunitas was made with the help of the Waldos. For all the treasure hunters, cheers. There you have it. It's a cannabis. It's a tribute to cannabis. This beer, it always has been and always will be. So just wanted to read that off. You guys can see it on Lagunitas.com/beer/Waldos on there. Get the smell-o-vision from Jeremy Marshall, head brewmaster. I'm going to quit talking. It's Waldos time. Let's crack the cap and see what it holds for us this year. From Lagunitas Brewing Company, Petaluma, California, and Chicago, Illinois. Just beautiful beer in the glass, that kind of orange, amberish, murky color. Some clarity to this one. Some carbonation clinging to the walls of the glass there. Ever so slightly moving up. Yep, very, very nicely there. About a finger worth ahead, tightly compact, kind of khaki, kind of a stone color, loose towards the top. Nice clarity to this one. Yeah, if I swirl it around, we get some alcohol legs. Yep, I can already start to see them forming at the top of the glass there, along with some sticky lacing and oiliness clinging to the walls of the glass. Smell and aroma, because that's what time it is. Let's get into it. Oh, you just want to live in there. Gosh. Just full-on fruit, aromatics, I mean, everything, tropical, citrus, melon, all of it, getting more deep into it. Just a perfumey, radiant glow of all things hoppy. I mean, unbelievable. Curious herbal wafts in the background there, the herbaceousness, the fresh-cut muddled lawn grass, forest floor, some pininess in there. That catty dankness, that cannabis-like aroma as well. But, tropical fruit, pineapple, mango, guava, passion fruit up front. Get some kind of cantaloupe melon in there. Big red grapefruit notes as well. Citrus zest and peel in there for sure. Some lemon as well. A little bit of peach notes, honey, floral notes. Little basil, just herbaceous, just everything that you would think of when you think of 420 in a beer. It's right here in the Waldos Special Ale. As far as malt notes go, some nice honey, a little bit of graham crackery sweetness, simple syrup. Cheers, Prost, whatever the hell you want to call it. The Waldos Special Ale 2019, Lagunitas Brewing Company. Yeah, there it is. You have to covet this one. You always do. You really do. It's just such a treat. God damn. Excuse my French. God dang. So, up front, following that last hint in the nose with the malt characteristics, nice, juicy, sweet caramel, simple syrup-like flavors, some honey in there, a little bit of graham crackery-like sweetness as well, just laying the way for your palate to just be killed by hops, because that's what happened next. I get citrus fruit next. I get vibrant red grapefruit notes. I get orange peel. I get lemon notes as well, maybe a kiss of tangerine in there. I also get a little lemon coming out as well, and then the tropical fruit show starts at 3 p.m. there. We start to get big pineapple, big guava, mango in there as well. We divulge into the passion fruit, which then turns into a little bit of kind of like melon, and then some peach in there. And then, yeah, as it follows through, it dries out nicely. That sweetness is pretty ample up front, and it's not cloyingly sweet, but it's close. But it dries out nice, because then we start to get that pine, that lawn grass. You get a little bit of that like dankness, that foresty note that comes out there ever so slightly, that herbaceous kind of like basil note in there as well, really coming out, playing nicely. Some nice kind of like hop oils, resinous, really resinous there on the back end. It's nice and grassy, really well done. This is an awesome batch of Waldos. Honestly, this one is dialed in terms of not being overly boozy, not being overly sweet. It's a nice balance. They've killed it this year, honestly, not hyping that up. Really nice. Yeah, I mean, like, coming back to me getting nectarine and mandarin. I mean, it's just a myriad of awesome flavors on your tongue. It's really awesome. Getting into the feel of it, it's medium to full, I would say, in terms of the body there. Nice and oily, some nice sweetness, but it dries out on a great degree. There's a little bit of like the spicy, kind of this peppery spiciness with the alcohol that follows, but the alcohol for 11.7%, excuse me, is really dialed back. It's really well done this year. I'm very impressed. You know, even with it being that high of an alcohol content, it goes down super smooth. It's really dangerous. It doesn't feel as kind of like overwhelming to drink as sometimes it can be in the past if you don't get the temperature right, and you're not expecting it. But this, I mean, it always kicks ass. But this is awesome. It's really nice. Dries out nicely. You know, as a balance, no, it's super hop forward. There's a little bit of malty sweetness, but like I said, it's drying out nicely with a nice bitterness, like a citrus and kind of like cannabis like lingering bitterness on the back of the palate there. Man, really impressed, as you can tell, as I'm just, you know, gobbing on about this. As for a grade, it's like a 90, 95, 6, 96. I mean, in terms of triple IPA that's affordable, that's $10 a 6-pack, $10.99 wherever you're going, you can't beat that. I mean, I know you see this stuff on a tap like 4.1 or 4.3. Okay, this person didn't like it because they don't like triple, so they rate it poorly. It's like, you know what, let's grade it on what it is, and I think it's an A+ beer. It's awesome, especially for the availability and the price point. So 96 for me, but that's not what matters. It matters what you guys and gals think, and you can let me know by leaving it all in the comment section down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What did you think of the 2019 Waldos Special Ale from Lagunitas Brewing Company? I love to hear guys' feedback. We're going to be doing more and more of this. Coming up, I got some great reviews for you guys, and thank you so much to each and every one of you for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Till next time, cheers, Prost. We'll see you all again on Babyface Brew Review. Thank you so much for stopping by.